Have you ever done everything right, gone to school, landed a good job, achieved the kind of success everyone says you should want, yet, despite all that, felt a strange emptiness, as if something important was missing from your life? You've ticked every box on the checklist: education, career, relationships, maybe even a house or a car. But a quiet question lingers in the back of your mind. Is this really it? Is this all there is? That emptiness isn't a sign of failure or weakness. It's your soul gently nudging you, whispering that there's something more authentic, more meaningful waiting for you beyond the surface. We spend years climbing ladders, chasing after achievements, collecting trophies, certificates, and possessions, always striving for the next milestone, only to discover that none of these things bring the deep, lasting joy we hoped for. The satisfaction is fleeting, and the emptiness returns. True fulfillment, it turns out, doesn't come from adding more to our lives or checking off more boxes. It comes from within, from connecting with ourselves and what truly matters to us. I know this because I once followed the script too. Secure job, approval from others, everything looking perfect on paper, every expectation met. But inside, I felt disconnected, drained, and strangely alone, as if I was living someone else's life. The belief that life must be a constant struggle, that we have to earn our worth through effort and sacrifice, is deeply ingrained in us. But what if the real answer is much simpler than we've been taught? What if we've been asking the wrong questions all along? What if the key to a meaningful life isn't about doing more or trying harder, but about pausing to ask a new question? What would this look like if it were easy, and if it truly felt like my own? When overwhelmed, our minds spiral into worst-case scenarios and endless to-do lists. But there's a question that can cut through the noise. What would this look like if it were easy? This isn't about shortcuts or laziness, it's about clarity. Asking this question shifts your focus from obstacles to possibilities. Suddenly, solutions appear where you only saw problems. It moves you from resistance to flow, from tension to creativity. You stop making things harder than they need to be. This question is an act of self-compassion, giving you permission to seek calm, focused action. It's the key to moving forward when you feel stuck. If ease is possible, why do we default to struggle? We're taught that suffering equals worthiness, that only the hard path leads to success. Fear drives us to overcomplicate. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. We take on too much, set impossible standards, and make life harder to prove ourselves. But this is a choice, not a necessity. The need for struggle is an illusion, a story we've absorbed but can rewrite. Life brings real challenges. We don't need to invent more. Choosing the hard road isn't strength. It's fear in disguise. Recognizing this gives us the freedom to choose differently. We can walk the gentle path, not push the boulder uphill. We often mistake complexity for intelligence or ambition, but true wisdom is the ability to simplify, to focus on what matters most. The greatest teachings are simple, not shallow. Choosing ease is self-respect, not laziness. It's about working smarter, eliminating what drains you, and saying no to what doesn't align. Nature shows us, rivers flow, trees grow, effortlessly aligned with their purpose. Seeking simplicity is aligning with our own nature. Letting go of the life must be hard belief is liberating. When you value ease, you conserve energy for what truly matters. Simplicity isn't a compromise, it's a superpower. How do we apply the question, what would this look like if it were easy, to our real everyday lives? It's a simple phrase, but it can be a powerful tool for transforming how we approach challenges, big and small. When we pause and ask ourselves this, we open the door to new possibilities and creative solutions that might otherwise go unnoticed. At work, it means breaking big projects into small, manageable steps, asking for help when we need it, or using technology and systems to simplify our workload. It's about working smarter, not just harder, and finding ways to reduce unnecessary stress or friction in our daily tasks. Ease isn't about doing less or cutting corners. It's about focusing on what truly matters most and letting go of what doesn't serve us. It's about prioritizing, streamlining, and making room for what brings value. In relationships, it's about having honest, open conversations, letting go of small annoyances, and accepting others as they are. It means choosing kindness and understanding over conflict, and remembering that connection grows stronger when we make things easier for each other. True connection is built on ease, not drama. When we let go of unnecessary tension, we create space for joy, laughter, and genuine closeness. For personal growth, it's about taking small, consistent steps, like 5 minutes of meditation, preparing one healthy meal, or choosing self-compassion over self-criticism. These little actions add up over time, making change feel less overwhelming and more sustainable. The easy path isn't about avoidance or taking shortcuts. It's a shift in mindset. It's about approaching life with curiosity and a willingness to let go of struggle where it isn't needed. Replace force with wisdom and complexity with clarity. When we do this, we find that solutions often appear more naturally, and our efforts become more effective. The most sustainable results come from the simplest actions, repeated with intention. Small, easy steps can lead to big, lasting changes over time. By asking this question, we untangle complexity and invite more joy, peace, and fulfillment into our lives, one easy step at a time. Life will always have challenges, but we can choose how we meet them. Every day brings its own set of obstacles, but our response is what shapes our experience. Instead of bracing for impact, we can learn to move with life, not against it. We've glorified struggle for too long. It's time to seek flow and grace. Imagine what could happen if we let go of the belief that life must be hard to be meaningful. There is strength in choosing ease and wisdom in allowing ourselves to rest. Embracing ease isn't retreat. It's deeper engagement. It means showing up fully, but without unnecessary resistance. When we soften our grip, we make space for creativity, joy, and authentic connection. When you stop fighting reality, you unlock energy for what matters. That energy can be redirected toward growth, healing, and the people you love. Acceptance is not giving up. It's opening up to new possibilities. A life of ease is full, not empty, overflowing with meaning, not drained by struggle. It's about savoring the moments that matter and finding fulfillment in the simple joys that surround us every day. Make this question your mantra. When you feel stuck, pause and ask, what would this look like if it were easy? This simple shift in perspective can reveal solutions you never considered before. Notice the tension release. The next step become clear. You'll find yourself moving forward with less effort, guided by clarity and calm. This is your key to a life defined by freedom, not struggle. When you choose ease, you open the door to new adventures and a sense of lightness that carries you forward. You are worthy of peace, ease, and a life that flows. Let yourself receive these gifts and trust that you don't have to earn them through hardship. Start today, ask the question, and watch your world transform. The path to an easier life is always available, waiting for you to take the first step.